What being alone can do to you. Generally, during UPSC preparation, we try to cut off ourselves from world, staying alone in small cubicles of Rajinder Nagar for 2 to 3 years. We avoid conversations with friends and family to stay focused on our studies. But is this really good? Let's try to understand the impact of social isolation through the writings of prominent psychologist Terry Coopers. First of all, why do we need social interactions? Social interactions are considered essential for emotional stability. Why? According to researchers, interactions help us with what they call social reality testing. In simple terms, it means that through social interaction, we understand whether our thoughts and perceptions are rational, logical, or acceptable to society. It helps us check if our behavior aligns with social norms. But when a person is restricted from social interaction, they start losing their sense of identity. You may have observed this in real life too. A beggar living alone on street eventually stop caring about their behavior and start acting in socially unacceptable manner. One small sign of losing this sense of identity is that we stop caring about what we are wearing. Once our sense of identity start depleting, our thought begins to spiral, overthinking become our new reality. At this stage, depression, harmful addictions, and even suicidal thoughts become common. One of the earliest symptoms is that we become more emotionally driven or impulsive in our behavior. Staying in this state for prolonged period can cause the brain limbic system, which regulates fear and stress, to become overactive. I personally witnessed this change. In later stages of my preparation, even the simple sound of spoon falling on the ground would trigger the anxiety and stress. Coming back to the topic, so yes, our limbic system tends to become overactive. At the same time, our prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for reasoning and logic, may begin to shrink. This leads to difficulty in focusing, remembering things, and making rational decisions, which are considered crucial in UPSC exam. Another impact of social isolation is that a person begins to lose sense of time. This makes it extremely difficult to sleep at night, and headaches and dizziness become common. Charles Dickens, one of the most popular writer of 19th century, condemned forced social isolation as worse than any form of physical torture. After hearing all these negative effects, one may ask, what's the solution then? Because we have to accept the fact that maintaining a vibrant social life while covering the vast UPSC syllabus is nearly impossible. However, there are few things you can work upon. First of all, we must understand the difference between voluntarily choosing peaceful solitude and being forced into social isolation. As long as you are happily engaged in self-study and choosing happily to be alone, the negative effects are minimal. The problem began when you start feeling lonely or disconnected from others. And it's harsh but true that it is very difficult to stay happy and motivated alone for years. That's where the need for peer groups comes in. Having a group of aspirants with similar goals and mindset can help you maintain a social interaction without deviating from your preparation. However, this is also true that sometimes such group can distract you and throw you off track. That's why residential coaching for UPSC can be a practical solution. It offers a balanced environment, dedicated study spaces, structured schedules, and valuable interaction with focused aspirants. Coming to the conclusion, try to strike a balance in your preparation, because this exam and life in service require not just textbook knowledge but also emotionally stable and strong mind.